Yo, what's going on, guys? Today it's going to be a tutorial based video. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to raise your suspension, which also means your seat height, so it'll be sitting higher, or lowering your seat height. So before we get into this, I do have one thing I want to announce. Rear suspension like this is definitely not going to work because, first of all, it's horizontal and that has nothing to do with raising it. If it was vertical, it might work, but you also don't have the threads and it's not adjustable. So I just want to put that out there first off. It's on bikes like a PW80. I'm not sure about other bikes, what other bikes it's on, but I know for a fact it doesn't work on this one. So yeah. But if your shock has this on it, not the, maybe this, I think this is also part, but if it has, let me move that, if it has them threads and them two lock nuts or whatever the hell they're called, I don't know, then you're good and you're in the clear and you can raise it or lower it. Right now I have mine heightened almost as far as possible. I might heighten it more, I'm not sure, but it sits up pretty high now and I'm comfortable with it. Also, depending on your bike and what brand you have and what year it is, your way of getting to the shock is going to be a lot different than mine, depending on if you have like the same bike as me. But for me, what you have to do, you got to take off your seat, side plastic, this part of this frame, it bolts out right here and up underneath here. And then take that out, then you get to the air box, take out the air box, and then you can get to your shock. And also, I want to add that whenever you're adjusting your seat height, you also have to move the forks either up or down. It just depends on if you're raising it or lowering it, which it will affect your handling a great deal. Even if you don't raise it or anything with your rear shock and you just move your forks, it's gonna affect it also. But I mean, if you have it perfectly like aligned and it's pretty much the same, like even on both sides, then you'll be good. So I'm not going to be showing you guys how to do it like via my bike. I actually have an extra shock right here that has the same threading and it will work pretty much the same way. And because I really don't want to go through the process of removing everything, because I just explained to you guys how to do it, and all you do is just either remove your subframe and plastics and air box, and then you can get to the shock. So what I use is actually not the right tool, but it works for me. I'm not sure what this is exactly, but you can put the threading, like you can grab onto the threading and pull it. So let me go and set my phone up with the tripod and I will show you how to do it on this shock. All right, so to start off, what you're gonna do is, you guys see these threads and like these little grooves? What you wanna do is, you wanna unloosen the top bolt. Well, not bolt, I don't know what the fuck it is. But I don't know if it's actually gonna work on this shock because of it's not the same as mine, but it might. I don't know. Hold on, give me a second, guys. All right, it's pretty much loosened enough to where I can just move it with my hand, but pretty much you just unlock this one, well, untighten this one, and then push it up, and then if you bring it down, like if you're unscrewing it, like say that you're unscrewing like the shock pretty much in this part, this is actually heightening the suspension and making your seat height higher. But if you go up with it, it's shortening it. So basically, let me wait until I get it all the way unscrewed, and then I'll show you guys. So I'll be right back. All right, I didn't unscrew it all the way, obviously, because that would just be a waste of time and energy. But as you can tell, it's actually heightened now. I don't know how it sat before, but I will show you. But yeah, as you can tell, it's actually smaller now, and you can see the whole thing in frame in the same exact spot that I had it in before. And now my dog is, well, a dog is barking. But that's pretty much how you raise and lower suspension. If you have a hard time cracking the top nut, then use a punch or a flathead screwdriver, which I don't recommend doing that because you could chip it and then you ain't ever getting that unlocked. But I mean, you have like 7 or 8 attempts depending on your shock. I'm just kidding. But anyways, but yeah, and also spray some PB Blaster and maybe that'll also help. But whenever it comes to forks, what you want to do is basically loosen up the clamp bolts and then either drop them so that it heightens the bike more in the front end, or put them up more, because as you guys can tell, this is actually level now. It was up a little bit and raised previously, but I had to level it out so that it'd be level with my rear tire. So that's pretty much all you have to do for heightening and lowering the front end. But the back end is probably going to be like the hardest part, but it's really not even that hard. Just as long as you have like a tool like, where'd it go? Hey, come back. Just as long as you have something like this, it'll work. Or you could just use a punch or a flathead screwdriver and a hammer or a rubber mallet. I recommend using a rubber mallet instead. And yeah, well, while we're talking, let me go ahead and just tell you guys a couple things I got for the bike. I got a new shifter. It's actually an Outlaw Racing one because my other one got stripped out. So this one works like a champ. Also, I'll give you another tutorial. Fuck, dude, I'm like losing my breath. But another tutorial, if you guys have like some like material like this and you don't have any use for it, cut it to the length of your seat and then bolt it in, like put a hole in it and then bolt it into your seat, and then it'll be easier to pick up your bike whenever you're stuck on a hills, and you won't have to reach over and grab like on the side or in your seat or anything like that. You can just grab onto that, and you could also do it in the front and bolt it in right here on your clamp and just burn it around the front of your bike. And yeah, and then another thing I got was also a new front brake reservoir and front brake, which is actually really nice because it actually works. Before it didn't work. And I'm pretty sure I got something else, but I don't know what else I got. I know I got something else. What was it? Did I get something else? Oh, I got wheel bearings, and then I have back brakes coming. So yeah, but this bike over here is actually a PW80. I'm not sure what year it is, but this is gonna be for another video. I'm rambling right now, but I'm getting it all taken apart, figuring out what it needs. Definitely needs new rim. Don't ask how, but I ended up getting a punch stuck in the swing arm, trying to knock out a broken bolt. So don't ever do that because that doesn't work. But it has good compression and it runs, but oh fuck, I'm trying to show you guys. But yeah, it has compression and it's good, so yeah. But yeah, that's my tutorial for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this helps you guys out, especially with people who are smaller and they have like 250Fs or a 450. This will also be great for you because you could lower it really low and you could set it so that you could at least touch tippy-toed or flat-footed, and it'll still feel comfortable and nice as hell to ride. I know from experience because my friend did it to his YZ250 and I rode it and I could actually touch flat-footed and it felt amazing. It felt like I was riding this, but just bigger. And yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I did record this on my phone, so let me know what you guys think of the quality, and I'll definitely be down to do more videos like this soon.